Hello, it's Ashley here for Not Too Shabby. I'm here today to share my design team project for this week. I will put the link below for all of the products that I share, and if you do head over to the shop, you can use the coupon code CraftyGirl to save 10% on your order. So today I'm going to be making something a little bit different. I'm making this little cute wine tag. I think it's so precious. There's like a little slit at the top there, so you can put it onto a wine bottle, and I just love this little hippo on here. He is precious. So I'm going to start out by showing you all of the products that I used, and then I'll get into the process video. So I'm making this little birthday tag. It says hip hippo hooray at the bottom, and I put a ton of glitter on there. So the first thing that I used for my tag is this MFT stamp set, and it's called Happy Hippo. I used that cute little hippo, the balloons, two little chicks, and then I also used the little cupcake so he could have that in his hand. And the sentiment also came from that set. I used this 6x6 stencil, and this is the new one, the mini cloud edges, and this one is in stock right now. I will link it below as well, and it's perfect for tags because it has a smaller little cloud edge on it. I also use this Paper Smooches wine tag. Now this is actually retired and it's not available any longer, but I looked and Jamie does have in the store one by MFT, and it's actually nicer than this one. It has like a crease on it so it lays flat at the front base of the wine tag. So I will link that below, and it's pretty much similar to this one here. You could totally use it for the same thing. So this one was really cute because it had a little scallop on the bottom. Now you could totally take a little scallop die and do the same thing to the bottom of the MFT one. I also used the Spectrum Noir glitter pen, and I used my Distress inks. I used this one here, which was the peacock feathers. So let's get started with my project. I'm going to take some white cardstock and this cute little wine tag. That little tag bit was in the middle there, so I just cut it out using my wire snips, and then I'm running it through my Sizzix die cutting machine. And I'll set aside that little circle. I can always use it for another project. I'm taking the Peacock Feathers Distress ink and my little dabber there and this cute little mini cloud stencil. And I have to say, right off the bat, I am not very good at doing distress inks. I've been trying to practice. I've probably only done it like 4 times before. So this is the beginning of me using distress inks, and I'm really not very good at it. If you guys have any tips, please leave them in the comment section for me. I've tried to watch some YouTube videos on it, but it is really tricky to use the distress ink, and I'm kind of just doing like a dabbing motion with it. And I think it looks okay. It's good enough, but I definitely want to get better at it. So if you have tips, please leave them for me in the comment section. And then at the top, I start to kind of do more of like a swooshing motion and not so much a dabbing motion. And I think I might have liked that a little bit better. So I've got my little tag there, and now I can stamp out my images. So I'm going to stamp out the little hippo, and I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink, and then I'm also using some Recollections cardstock. That's just like the 65 pound. So I stamped out also the balloons and that little cupcake. I love how his little hands can have different bits in it. So I thought the cupcake and the balloons would be really sweet. And then I love those little chicks that came on the set as well. I also did a little birthday hat too. So I'm going to be coloring using my Copics. I'm using YR02 and YR0 for the little chick's beak. I'm using Y38, Y35, and Y32 to blend these sweet little chicks, and you could do them in like a blue color too. I just thought the yellow really made them pop. Then for the balloon, I'm using YG06, YG03, and YG00, or YG00, excuse me. And I think this tag is going to be for my brother. My brother doesn't really like wine, but he does like rye. So this is totally going to go on a rye bottle, and I think it will be just as cute on a rye bottle as on a wine bottle. So then I did the blue in BG49 and BG13 and blended it with BG10. For the orange, I used YR06, 3, and 2. And then I just took my white jelly pen to add some accents on the balloon, and I used some R20 for the cheeks of those sweet little chicks. Then I used that same green color combo that I used on the balloons for the little birthday hat. And then for the little cupcake, I decided I wanted it to be chocolate, so I used E57 and E55. I used that same blue combo for the cupcake as well as the green color combo. And now I'm going to shade the cute little hippo. I love these little hippos. They just look so squishy. You just want to squeeze them. So I used C4 for all the darkest portions, and then I blended that using C2. And then I blended it out using C0, and my C0 Copic, totally, I need to get a refill for it, so I had a little bit of trouble blending that last little bit. I think that I've basically killed that marker, so I'm going to have to add it on my Copic refill list, but I think it turned out still pretty cute. And then I used R20 for some cheeks, and then I went over it with C2 just to blend it down a little bit. I took my black jelly pen for the eyes, and I used the white jelly pen for inside the little nose and to put some little white dots on the cheek as well. And then I just went over a little bit just to really darken up that white, and I added some polka dots on the cute little birthday hat. So I don't have the coordinating dies for this stamp set. There is coordinating dies, and I will link them below for you, but I just cut it out using my sewing scissors, and they're nice and sharp. I really like them, so I just use those, and I'm just cutting on the white line, and these ones weren't too tricky to cut out. And then I went back in with R20. I forgot to do the little nails on the hippo, and I made them pink. How cute is he? I just love him so much. He's precious. There are the little balloons and the cupcake. And then I just trim out these two little chicks. And this one looks like it could be sitting on that balloon. And this one looks like it's kind of fluttering in the air. So I love that. Now I'm going to assemble them onto my tag. I want to stamp out a little sentiment on there. So I use the hip, hippo, hooray. And I just stamp that on the bottom there. And now I'm just going to use my ATG gun and adhere on these little bits. I'm just laying it down first to see where everything will kind of go. And then I can add the tape adhesive on there. And it's so cute because you can kind of put the hippo on his side, kind of how I have it, like slanted, and it looks like the balloons are kind of lifting him up. And then I'm just adding on these little chicks, and I thought that chick looked cute there on the bottom near the hip hippo hooray. I took a little bit of clear sequins and just added those on for some glittery effect. And I just really enjoy using my ATG gun to put those down. I don't like using the white glue as much. I just find I make a big mess with it. So the ATG gun is clear, and that's what I always use for my sequins. And I'm just adhering those last few on. And I have a cute little birthday tag. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, and then I also went with my Spectrum Noir glitter pen because you could never have too much sparkle, and added some glitter there. I don't know how well you can see it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I will have everything linked below for you. And don't forget you can use the coupon code CraftyGirl. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.